So I don't know where to begin. Obviously, you need zero introduction, Elaine. So welcome to the show, and why don't you kind of bring us up to speed on all of the work that you're doing?
Oh, goodness. It's one of those cases of we thought we would have to, write 5 or 6 proposals in order to get 1 or 2 maybe funded. Yeah, we've got all 5 or 6 funded. So now we're looking for people to come and help us do all the work that we're going to be doing, and so that's pretty good. Um, we're doing a lot of work. Of course, the school, Soil Food Web School, and Soil Food Web Inc. are working very closely together, but they are indeed separate entities. So the school does what you would expect. It teaches people how to understand what's going on in their soils and what to do if they don't have enough of the microorganisms needed to perform the jobs. So the Soil Food Web Incorporated is for doing the research. We have barely begun to understand what's going on in the soil. We've got some pretty good ideas on some very important parts of what goes on in the soil with all these organisms and how it affects plants, but we're a long way from knowing what everything means. So keeping us busy. I'm going to have the research being done at Soil Food Web Inc. and the school and the certifications, all of that at the Soil Food Web School. I do like to point out the website that we have that gives you a little bit of understanding of the classes themselves, where we have the foundation courses where we teach everybody about the various things we do know about interacting the biology with the soil and the organisms and the plants. So all those real important concepts that you have to understand the specifics. So then foundation class 2 is going to be the teaching you about how to make real compost as compared to the waste material that people have called compost for a long time. Um, there's every aspect of making compost has to be observed, and you have to do it right. You've got to have the recipe correct, or you won't get the heating, you won't get the killing required of the disease and pest and problem organisms. We want all the beneficials. We don't want the not beneficials, things that are going to kill our plants. And so we teach people how to make compost, and then we may teach them how to make extracts and teas from that, so that it's a lot easier to apply soluble nutrients or in solution, a lot easier to add things in water, unless you're right at the beginning of the whole food web. And so we've got some fun things going on the picture on what you're seeing on the board, I assume. So kind of catching up. We can go through all of this if you want, but we might not want to do that. Um, then after the compost and teas, we teach people how to use the microscope. And you have to have the ability to determine whether your plants are going to grow as rapidly as they can, whether they're going to be resistant to the diseases and pests and problem organisms. You've got to know if the root systems are growing down deep, and the only way to make certain of that is to know that you've got the right biology in the soil. A lot of people will um, uh, gosh, I lost my. Can you tell that I'm 71 years old today?
Not at all. I thought you were 30 at least,
Oh, he is, giving me lots of leeway, huh?
It happens all the time, Elaine. It's because, when you start talking about these really complex and deep things, it's very easy to get sidetracked.
And
So no
your
stress whatsoever.
your brain goes off, oh, I've got to tell them about this. Well, just wait a minute until I finish this.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's like, stop it, brain, stop.
So maybe this will help. Are you in your new farm?
Not yet. Because of the last craziness that occurred with federal funds. Looks like, you know, we were not going to be able to pay anything off. That the people that were going to be giving money for the compost, or for the place, the farm that we were going to move into, they're being a little more calm and cool and collected, and they want to know what all is going on. So now they're back to, okay, we'll go ahead and pay for the Ramsey's farm, and actually for the Tainable is the name of the company that he has for helping people get going with important concepts and teaching folks. Hands-on is something else that we do at the Soil Food Web Inc. So I think that kind of brings me up to date, more or less.